tomorrow I can finally do the second part of the build. Okay, the first part was to get the exhaust. We changed the drive on it, and we did a little work to the carb, and just a little bit of flow work. Took off the transfer caps. You don't, you know, you didn't have to go into the cylinder. If you want to go into the cylinder, I didn't really go in there. I just took these caps off and did what I do, and that's where I'm at right now. But all I could really do is test for max power. Okay, now I may find that I may have to throttle something back, or it works good. I won't know. The next test, I'm getting some logs tomorrow, so I should be able to put this into the wood and make, some successive cuts and see what my fuel economy is, how it responds on and off the throttle. I mean, I'm pretty sure I have the power, but I may want to go in there after actually running it in the wood and changing a few things. I'm not going for high RPM power at all. I just want torque. I want to take whatever the factory gave you, how this power band was, and thicken it up. And it'll still wind out on top, but it's fatter. You just got a broader spread. And then you just adjust your chain to that. Simple as that. But yeah, I'll get to try it out tomorrow. I don't know when the guy's going to be down here. Hopefully first thing in the morning. And I'd like to see what I come out with. I mean, I can do all kinds of calculations or whatever, but you still have to put it into the wood to see what happens. If it turns out that I'm not getting what I wanted, then we'll have to go back and change some things. I'm looking at it this way. If I have to burn 8 tanks of fuel with this to 7 tanks of fuel of a stocker, I'll eat that tank of gas for the amount of production you're going to get and the time you're going to save. But, and a lot of people question these chains too. I found that these last a long time, these chains. They're just a skinnier 3/8. It's just taking off less. Let's say a 3/8 kerf is like this. This is taking off like this. But the cutters, they seem to last just as long, if not longer, actually. With this here, she's full of a full tank of gas and oil. I'll probably cut maybe half or 3/4 of a tank before this chain starts getting dull. I found you can only get so much, whether it's a 3/8 regular, even C83 RS, or it's the Pico. You can only cut so much wood, and your chain starts getting it in that hard maple. I mean, the first cut, you could hit something and everything's in the garbage, but this will get you half a tank, 3/4 of a tank for the way I do it. And what I do is, as soon as the tooth starts getting dull, okay, that's it. And go back in there and sharpen. And if you only let it just get dull, maybe 90%, you only have to take a couple passes, and then you don't have to check your rakers every time. You may find that a certain combination works good. So if you have a raker gauge that's 30 thousandths, 25 thousandths and say 35 thousandths, this chain may work best at 32 thousandths. For whatever reason, that's just where it works the best. How do you get there? Well, you can't with the gauge, but you can get to 35, and then as soon as she starts dulling out, a couple strokes, there you go, and you'll hit it. And that's a big thing that nobody talks about, is matching the legs here to the unit, the bar and chain to the unit. I mean, this is the whole secret right here, I think. This is just as important as any of these other 4 parts. Remember, you got the mouth, stomach, the asshole, and the legs. This is very important. If you don't have this,